It definitely is a very strange times, putting it mildly. Do hope you're doing well. I'm joined online now by a two-piece act. They regularly visit London. They've been performing, involved in music for many, many moons. Spoke to them before. They really do a great live show, and they go under the name of Family Affair, and it's Tom and Martina. Hello to you.
Hello, Jerry. How are you?
Jerry, how are you?
Not bad at all. Not bad at all. I'm doing sort of what everybody else is doing. Well, except the only difference is I'm doing radio, but I'm doing what everybody else is doing. I certainly am not travelling very far.
Yeah, same as that, Jerry. We're keeping local. Keeping local. We have to keep local
Indeed.
during these times.
Yes, we had gigs that we were supposed to travel to, but there's no gigging now.
Indeed.
No travelling.
It must have been. It must be some. I always say this to singers like yourselves, entertainers. It must be a huge shock to the system on the likes of a Saturday night for you both not to be out.
Yeah, that's for sure, Terry. These days, basically, what I do is entertain myself at home on my keyboard and a bit of fiddle and whatever else, just to keep busy. And in fact, I composed a little tune there. And because my mother passed away a year ago, right. So I composed a tune, and I have a Facebook page, Martina McGuire Music Facebook page, as well as the Family Affair. So I just post little bits on that, and that keeps me kind of going, because people are missing, obviously, and we are too, missing our gigs. So that gives people a little bit of our music when we're not actually out.
Indeed.
There to do it.
Indeed, a great, a great idea. And is this the first piece of music, Martina, that you've ever composed?
It is actually, Jerry. I had thought about a song, but for some reason I did compose a song, but I never did anything with it when my mother was alive. And about a month ago, I just sat down at the piano and I just played this tune, and I just thought, that's the one, and I recorded it there and then. So I posted it this week because it's my mother's, I'd say, first anniversary. So it's got great reception, and people seem to love it. So it's just a little simple, slow waltz.
Right, excellent. It's well done on that. I mean, it just goes to show that out of all this, that's creativity, which probably wouldn't have happened as of yet, only for the way things are and the situation that we're in.
Oh, absolutely. And because it's slow waltz, when we go back out, please God, at some point, it will be brought into our list for the night. We'll make it a slow waltz for them dancers, they love the slow waltz. Indeed.
Excellent idea. And a song which you had a huge amount of success was with his Leaving Without Saying Goodbye.
Yeah, it got a great reception, and still people look for it, when we're out. And I shared it actually not that long ago, because it's one of these, there's something nifty about it, there's something catchy about it.
Yes.
So it's a good song, and it was well recorded. Our friend Eddie Lee, I was telling you before, that we recorded with him in Kerry, so it was well done. And in fact, your guest speaker for one of the days there, Stephen played on it.
Okay, wow, right.
He played the steel on it, and he's very talented.
And I suppose how we come to be talking to you now, there's actually Stephen Keller in London had heard us on Hot Country, and he asked us if we would go over and play, and the first gig we ever done in London was in Wood Green in Monaghan's.
Right.
Which Seamus Moore has it now. No, actually the first gig we done was in Caffrey's out in Harrow. That Seamus Moore was in at that time, but we hadn't even met Seamus at that time.
Right.
And then it was actually Stephen Keller that had heard it, and Monaghan's was the first, and then we flicked around that,
Yes.
So it was, and that's then we were introduced to you, Jerry, and we talked to you some first or second visitor there.
Yes.
And this is where we are now.
Excellent. Look, but both of you are, sort of steeped in music. I believe, Tom, you actually played in a pipe band many moons ago.
Well, yes, we played in Lion and Fla in a pipe band in 1968 in Clonus, in Monaghan.
Wow. Right. So you were kind of sort of born and reared on music.
Ah, yeah. There was actually my father's uncle had set up the band, the pipe band, way back in the late 40s.
Right.
And we all, the whole family, when we go over to London, we stay with a brother of mine, Brian, and he actually played as well in the band. There was 4 brothers. We all played in it, you know.
Excellent. And Martina, you were in a family group.
Yes, my brother, God rest him, it was him and a sister of mine. We played for a few years way back when I was a teenager.
Right.
And it was my parents, neither of them ever played, funny enough. They both loved music and they would have danced in the younger days, but they never played a note, either of them.
Right.
But they just loved it, and they got a music teacher to the house, so we had a family group for a few years, and I was the only one that I suppose continued it, to just keep playing all the time and
excellent,
making use of it, if you like.
Excellent, well done. And I mean, you've been very successful. I mean, you're up until the current situation. I mean, you've been continually working and gigging out and around is it you're based in Fermanagh and Lisnaskea, but do you no doubt you go outside Fermanagh?
Oh yeah, we're close to Lisnaskea. We're Derry Lane, about 8 miles from Lisnaskea, Jerry. But yeah, the furthest we would play would be probably Westport at the moment. But we have been asked to do a bit further afield. So we were supposed to be playing, in fact, last weekend and a month ago, just before the restrictions came in, down in Causeway and Kerry for a man of the name of John McHale.
Wow.
We were looking forward to that because it's a great dancing part of the country down there. But anyway, hopefully at some point, maybe not this year, but maybe next year, we'll get down to visit them down south,
Indeed.
Down south.
Yes, that would be excellent. It's a pretty long run. It's a good distance from where you are down to there.
Oh, it is. It's an overnight stay anyway, at least. Well, we'd hope we get at least maybe 1, 2, 3 when we be down and make the journey worthwhile, because it's, I don't know, it's 300 miles?
Yeah, well, it's actually true. It was Eddie Lee that the guy was looking for someone, new groups, and to play the social dance, and so it was Eddie Lee, fair play to Eddie, he gave us a good recommendation, so we owe a lot to him.
Excellent.
So,
hopefully we'll get down at some point. We will of course get down at some point.
Indeed.
Just don't know when.
Indeed. Yes, Eddie is one of the real sort of stalwarts of music and has been for many, many years down in Kerry.
Yeah, he's very talented. He's very talented, Eddie, and a real gentleman as well. But he has had a few health problems as well. But hopefully he'll be back. It just happened maybe at a good time that he was going to be off the road anyway with these restrictions, but he hasn't been well. But I think he's making a good recovery now. So. Oh,
great to hear it. Listen, it's been lovely speaking to both of you. Congratulations, Martina, and well done on the tune and on the music, and actually being creative and getting a finished product together, which is. Definitely a great achievement. Well done to both of you on everything you've done. And listen, I look forward to seeing you in London when all this is over. You'll be back.
Yes, we will indeed. Thanks a million, Jerry. Thank you very much.
Listen,
thanks very much. It's brilliant. Thanks very much for having us on.
A real pleasure, Tom. And as we always say, listen, stay safe and well.
And you too, Jerry.
Same to you, Jerry.
Yeah,
and all your listeners.